Do you want to speak to the continued partnership with NCS?
Well, NCS has got deadlines, and
Yes.
they're the ones that are going to be making the decision whether to continue on or not with the city of Mesquite. If they don't, there's other joint developers out there, I'm sure, that will be more than happy to step in at some point in the future.
Uh-huh.
We know the land is there, it isn't going anyplace.
Right.
Maybe this isn't the best time to move forward, and that's a decision they'll have to make too. If they're going to buy this piece of property, I'm sure they're not going to want to sit on it for the next 25 years, hoping that the economy is going to improve and they can develop it to whatever wants they need.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have a clue as to what they want to do with it, nor have they stated what they want to do with it.
And I think that's kind of what makes a lot of people nervous.
However, if you give them the land and it falls within our proper zoning and so forth, they have the right to do basically whatever they want with it, as long as it's within the legal realm of what it's zoned for.
Well, that's true.
So, as far as I have no bones to pick with NCS whatsoever, they're a corporation trying to make a living like every other corporation.
Okay. Okay. Tell us about some of the committee appointments. I know you're on the Southern Nevada Health District. You're representative to Nellis Air Force Base, and I think that's a great fit with your veterans background.
I like them both. The Southern Nevada Health District is fascinating. I'm learning more about preventive medicine and health, although my background is more in mental health and physical health.
Uh-huh.
It's very interesting as to the activities we do on their board of directors and the voting that we do. And it's a very interesting group of people on the board.
Yeah.
A number of politicians and non-politicians and people from the gaming industry. And so you've got a lot of different viewpoints as to what needs the health district serves. And they serve a lot of this state, especially in the southern part of the state.
How does that benefit Mesquite directly?
Right now, there hasn't been any specific issues in the 3 meetings I've been at that directly impact Mesquite.
Okay, but I mean, what does...
There will be. There
Okay.
always is.
Yeah.
It could deal with vector control and mosquito spraying in the city to prevent, let's say, West Nile coming out of the Virgin River.
Uh-huh.
They need somebody there, obviously, from the city to speak up.
Right.
It could deal with wastewater. It could deal with waste treatment plants, et cetera, that have something to do with the local health.
What services does the health district provide for Mesquite citizens directly?
We have the clinic here in Mesquite, which a lot of people, I understand, don't know about.
No, I don't know about
It's
it.
located on Hafen and Riverside.
Next to the veterans.
Yes, as part of the old Archon building.
Uh-huh.
And they're open. They provide flu shots, inoculations for children, medical exams, health cards, etc., which is a wonderful thing because people don't have to drive down to Las Vegas for this service.
Yeah.
It's right here in our own backyard.
Okay.
Obviously, if an issue came up, let's say affecting additional funding of that facility or an increase in size or so forth, I'd be there to speak up in its behalf because it does benefit us directly.
Okay.
There was a vote taken a couple of weeks ago, and it had to do with increasing the acreage of the garbage dump in Boulder City. We all vote on it. Does it affect Mesquite? No. But it affects somebody.
Yeah.
And you need outside people there, of course, to also evaluate what's going on in Boulder City or what's going on in North Las Vegas or Las Vegas, etc. And some of the outlying communities. So it's a very important, I think, committee, and I enjoy it a lot.
Oh, good. Okay.
And the other one, now we've only had one meeting. It's more of a quarterly type organizational meeting, the Civilian Military Council of Nellis Air Force Base.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure yet how it directly affects Mesquite, but there are people there from all walks of life in the community that are involved in it, and again, I find it very interesting.
Yeah. I think that would be fun.
It is, and I'll see how that progresses as far as how it can affect us in Mesquite.
Yeah.
And then I'm an alternate to the League of Cities.
Well, that's coming up the first week in October.
We have a whole convention here starting 5, 6, and 7 of October in Mesquite, and I'll be attending a number of those things. You get to find out what's going on in all the other communities, and that's important. How do they do business?
Right.
What problems do they have? And if we see that there's something that we can remedy because of that, I'm sure that we'll go ahead and do that.
I think that would be some good education, just talking to others and seeing how they solve problems.
Idea.
And,
Even, with the health district, with Nellis, you need to be out there. We're not isolated up here in Mesquite. We're rural, but we're not that rural.
Right.
We're part of this state, and we're part of the southern part of the state, and I think we're quite influential. Everybody knows about Mesquite. And mostly in a positive vein, by the way, not in a negative vein. We're thought of as I've talked to a lot of people from Las Vegas, and they're saying, if I wasn't working in Las Vegas, I wouldn't mind retiring in Mesquite. And I drive down there, and it's the morning rat race when you get there.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to get home.
I know.
I want out of that mess.
Yeah.
And as I say, I look forward to them. They're not a burden by any means. Some people say, well, you're going to be on all these committees. You'll never be able to handle all of this. There's just so much to do. There is a lot to do, but it's a nice challenge.
Good. Well, you seem to be enjoying it.
I enjoy it immensely.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah. And again, you get a lot of ribbing from your friends. Why in the world would you do something like that?
Yeah.
And my comment is, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay. What is your opinion about the movement afoot for a smoke-free Mesquite? Are you willing to support a market study to determine if moving in that direction improves the marketability of the city, would improve people wanting to come to Mesquite for tourist activities, those kinds of things?
Would I support it? Absolutely. I'd like to see a smoke-free. I'm not a smoker. I'd like to see a smoke-free Mesquite. Does it affect me particularly? Not particularly. I don't spend any time in the casinos other than to go in and have a meal because I don't gamble. But and I know the casinos, of course, are probably not an offender, but the place where you'd see most secondhand smoke taking place and smoke taking place. Most of the offices have done away with it that I know.
Right.
The restaurants have done away with it. So, and being on the Southern Nevada Health District, which is a strong advocate of smoke-free environment, it'd be pretty hard to be the opposite of that. You're there with doctors and people of this nature and nurses that are all looking at health. Would I support a study? Yeah, I think we could do a study. We don't know how a smoke-free environment would go. The statistics tell us it wouldn't hurt casino business one iota.
Yeah. Well, when they did it in Las Vegas, though, a lot of the restaurants and smaller taverns and things like that had some serious economic setbacks.
But has it come back? I don't know. I understand in most places it has come back. And then again, when you've got a choice, and I'm a firm believer in choice if it's available, if you're a dedicated smoker and you want to find a place that is not smoke-free as a casino, like in Las Vegas, you would find one. There'd be no problem. If you've got a community where everything is smoke-free, is it going to affect business? I don't think so. I think you go out and do your business per normal. I experienced that when I lived in Hawaii. They passed very, very stringent anti-smoking laws when I was living over there. And I belonged to a private yacht club facility that, of course, had to stop all smoking. There were members going ballistic. We're never coming back. That's it. We quit. Everyone came back because, you know what, there was no other yacht club to belong to. And and you can extrapolate that off to a casino or something. If let's say the Eureka said we're not going along with it, and Mesquite Gaming said we are going along with it, now you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Because people may flock from one to the other, the loyalty issue goes away. But if everything is smoke-free, then it's smoke-free. And
Okay.
you'll learn to live with it.
Okay. What ideas do you have to improve the overall markability of the city? And how do you balance that between the retirees who live here, which is quite a large population, and the tourists or the businesses in town who cater more to the tourists coming in for a couple days, a week, whatever?
Well, to start with, we've got to get more of them coming in off of I-15. There's no doubt about that. That's our lifeblood in Mesquite, and that's the link to the city. What can we market about Mesquite? The wholesome environment, and we've got to push this constantly, that we're not a Las Vegas. We're a place to come and enjoy yourself, have a meal, stay in a hotel at a reasonable rate. It's a nice place to vacation. We should be pushing ourselves, I think, even more as a close-by destination to the national parks. It's right around the corner. A lot of people don't realize that. So we're not just a stop-off point for gasoline. We've got something to offer, and we know that people are going to move on to other places. If you're on vacation, you're not going to spend 6 months in Mesquite, Nevada,
Right.
nor are you in Las Vegas either.
Right.
You're going to go to other places. So I think we need to push this wholesome environment that we have.
Okay.
We're clean, we're safe, we're friendly. And this is extremely important.
Yeah.
As far as getting new businesses in here, we're caught right now with the worst economy in Nevada ever.
Right. Right.
Some of that's unfortunately, is going to be on hold for a while until the economy picks up.
Yeah.
We could advertise we have reasonable housing, but so does the rest of the southern part of the state. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
When people start to realize this, and my theory is still, when the economy picks up back east and in the Midwest, and it is, and it's picking up much quicker than we are, we know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people that have put their retirement on hold, and they have, are going to start looking west. And we've got to be out there. We should be advertising in every publication in the Midwest that we can find.
Yeah.
The chamber should be very proactive in that direction, so that somebody in northern Michigan can pick up and say, you know what, I'm thinking about retiring. Where's a good place to retire? And they can see Mesquite, Nevada. Which is interesting, because I was just reading Money Magazine this week. I picked it up in the doctor's office. And it lists the 10, and they always have it every year, the 10 best places to retire. And out of the 10 best places to retire, Mesquite wasn't there. Yet we've got plenty to offer.
Yeah.
Now, what did they mention as a retirement facility? Marquette, Michigan.
Wow.
If you've ever been there in the wintertime,
Wow.
you don't want,
I'm not seeing that.
in the top 10. The median house price was higher than Mesquite. It is a university town, I know that, it's a school. But other than that, there's nothing particular there. I've been there a couple times. This is a much nicer environment than Marquette, Michigan. We need to be promoting ourselves.
Okay.
This is a great place to retire.
Yeah.
And a good
it
place
is.
to work when the economy starts to pick up. And I know, back to my original thought, people are going to start coming out here.
Yeah.
They'll get away from that miserable Midwest.
I did.
I did.
Well, Al, we certainly appreciate your time today, your open, honest communication. We appreciate the thoughts that you gave us on some of your positions on the issues. And we wish you continued success sitting up on the dais.
And I thank you very much.
You're welcome.